They hate Trump. They hate people who vote for Trump. Everybody knows that. And you know what's next? The View. ABC News is going to have to cut ties with The View.
Yes. Before and after, and the way they do it. And then Whoopi says, all right, we'll have to go to commercial break, and we'll be back in a minute. Go ahead, Rob.
How could you nominate someone with allegations of child trafficking trafficking across state lines and having sex with a 17-year-old? My understanding further on in the interview, they discussed the fact that once he finds out that she's 17, he stops having sex with her.
Oh my God. Wow. I guess when I hear it again, I'm just like, oh, damn, she was really like tripping. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, people calling her, right now on YouTube, a lot of people are clipping. Look, I'm kind of giving y'all a little bit of, the behind the scenes secrets, right? A lot of people are clipping Sunny Hostin because you can bet money on Sunny Hostin taking it too far on The View. And that's just a fact. And, people are torturing her for it, like PBD, like Bill O'Reilly. They're all torturing her for it. And, smaller channels as well. So why don't we go ahead and torture her too? And just, do what we got to do with that. So let's go ahead and get into it. By the way, guys, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you to every eye that lands on these videos.
Sunny, you have a legal note. I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi.
Look how excited she says to read this.
Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to ABC News that this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism. That DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Why did she look like...
And, and just to go back real quick, like, it's a shame because Sunny Hostin is like, technically like a pretty person, right? A little too much baby hair right here. But anyway, but she's so miserable that you can't even like fully say that sentence without almost spitting afterwards. Like just so miserable, bro. Like, dog, why are you so miserable?
Should be viewed with great skepticism. That DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Why did she look like she was going to cry when she read that?
Why did she have to read that?
Because of two things. First, Gaetz went hard to the hoop with his lawyers and went after ABC. And that was the best that they could get them to read. It should have been more than that. It should have been more of an apology. But Gaetz went hard to the hoop and said, no charges are filed against me. And there's a thing in media about absence of malice. Is one of the things we talked about with Will Cain. They had malice. They were absolutely mean-spirited and hateful going after Matt Gaetz on the show. And they got caught. And Gaetz went after him. The second reason they said it is because the ABC attorneys know that Trump is about to name the head of the FCC because he's president. And the head of the FCC has already said that he is going to review CBS in 60 Minutes for the way they edited a presidential
yes, that is true. And that's just, we really do have state-funded media. I mean, if you really think about it, right? That is true. They did end up reviewing those edits and all of that, and they're going after CBS about. The thing is, I wouldn't even mind if there was these kind of real regulations, if it mattered about getting the actual truth out. But the problem is that's not what it's about. The problem is that it's right now, it's the Republicans are in charge, so they're going to go after all of these left-wing media sites or people who were speaking the way they were, and they're going to audit and make sure they did the right thing, or if they did the wrong thing. And then next time, the left wingers are going to do it to the right wingers. That's the part that I don't like,
Presidential candidate interview in the name of campaigning versus straight, honest, neutral news. ABC is seen down the street that the FCC is going to be coming down the street. Yeah, they're going to be upset. They're going to walk in ABC at CBS. They're going to talk to them. Yeah, we don't want that. So ABC took a step. So 2 points. One, Matt Gaetz and his attorneys got after it, PBD. And number two, there's a new sheriff in town running the FCC. They're already going after CBS, and ABC want none of that.
So here's what I want to do, Tom. Let's go right into what you wanted to talk about with MSNBC numbers, right? And a video, folks, I want to play for you with Bill O'Reilly talking about what could happen to ABC. You have to see this, the way he breaks it down, okay? You have to see it the way he breaks it down. But Tom, why don't you first tell us some of the data you saw with MSNBC? Let me just actually set you up before you go there, because this is by far the best way to set you up. Folks, imagine you're CNN and MSNBC. You're at a point that you're okay losing to Fox. You're at a point that you're okay losing to Rogan. You're at a point that you may even okay losing to other podcasters, right? You know, election night, some people are putting more numbers than you are. We did that on election night. You're like, listen, those guys are amateurs. We're pros. We built the Titanic. The amateurs are building the Joe Rogan Experience, the PBD podcast, all this other stuff. But these are amateurs. But imagine you wake up one day and your producer comes to you and says, guys, what? Hallmark just beat us. Well, bro, what are you talking about? Hallmark just beat us. Tell me nobody's written that article yet. Bro, they wrote it already. That's bullshit. No. Hallmark? They make cards. Give them a Hallmark.
Because people don't want to watch this type of... They've been browbeaten so long about, you know, Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad, and everything that surrounds Trump is bad. This, I do believe, is organic. I do believe this is real. Either people aren't watching because they don't care because it's the same bread and butter, or some people just really feel offended by it and are like, you know what, I'm just not watching this stuff anymore. Matter of fact, people aren't watching corporate press like that anymore. Anyway, they're coming to beautiful channels like this. I hope everybody, please, I have to stay consistent to everybody. Comes to channels like this. But, you know, like, seriously, all jokes aside, all right, like, let's keep it real. People aren't going to these sorts of channels that just want to promote the talking point more than facts. And to be honest, places like CNN and freaking like NBC, all these CBSs and stuff, weapons of mass destruction really should have shut down a lot of this stuff a long time ago, because the way we were lied to with 9/11 is absolutely treasonous. So I don't know how these stations still run after those kind of lies told to the American people, to get us involved in wars in the Middle East that have been have no benefit, been more destructive than anything else. Let's listen to Bill O'Reilly slam, MSNBC and the girls over at The View.
That MSNBC is vapor. That is a huge media story.
Why is it vapor? Just because they're spinning it off and putting them in they're spinning off a bunch of brands.
There's no spin-off.
There is. It's a spin-off company.
There's no spin-off. See, you buy the propaganda, Cuomo.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean about
I'm just saying
people?
What's being reported.
All right.
But what do you know?
Number one, I just want you to know the person who won and out of a lot of this stuff is Chris Cuomo. No matter how much people feel about him, especially with making people feel, he did the most on CNN, making people feel bad about COVID, all of that, lying, acting like he was stuck in the basement and just acting, right? And him and his nut behind brother. But when they fired him or got rid of him, he didn't even know that was, you see how God will still bless your mess, man? For real. Because now look what's happening to these corporate media and stuff, and, you know, CNN, MSNBC and everything. He's already set up outside of that. There was a time where he was thinking about some really sad things. And so now he's already set up outside of that. News Nation is building a name for themselves. And you know what? I think that they really just report on the news for the most part. And then, you know, of course, you have to add, you know, do your own research. So I could deal with that. And they're already online, right? Look, he has Bill O'Reilly here and everything. So Cuomo kind of won.
Yeah, I know. But why would you believe what's being reported? You want the real story? Here it comes.
Please.
So they're uncoupling their word, Comcast, MSNBC from NBC News. That means MSNBC has no resources at all. None. They're not going to be able to pay these people millions of dollars, Rachel Maddow, whatever she's making. NBC News is saying, we don't want you around. Why? Because NBC News' numbers, Lester Holt and the Today Show, are catastrophe, because half the country equates NBC News with MSNBC, and they won't watch.
Exactly.
So NBC is desperately trying to save the mothership of information, and they have to throw MSNBC overboard. They're not putting anything into MSNBC. They want to sell it. So where's Georgie Soros?
Georgie.
Now, Georgie's buying radio stations. You can get MSNBC for nothing. They'll give it to you. They don't want any more of this. Why? Because it's hateful. Not because it's so far left. The whole NBC Comcast hierarchy is far left. But it's hateful. They hate Trump. They hate people who vote for Trump. Everybody knows that. And you know what's next? The View. ABC News is going to have to cut ties with The View.
Yes.
And you saw that today or yesterday when Sunny Hostin had to read a legal statement in the middle of a segment. The lawyers got Whoopi Goldberg's ear and it said, we're bringing a statement in on a teleprompter. She reads it.
Wow.
Yep. And that's what happened because, like, they're, ABC, like Tom said, ABC's looking like, yo, all right. They haven't quite said our names yet, but y'all keep flapping your gums and taking it too far. The thing is, though, complacency is a real thing because Sunny Hostin is right back talking trash. She won't make huge allegations on people, but she's still right back there talking trash. As far as their ratings, I don't know how it really is. I mean, they always pile on Alyssa Farah. She's like the most weakest conservative I've ever seen. Whatever it is, what it is. But the fact is, like, a lot of people aren't watching this stuff anymore. I guess with The View, they kind of coast a little bit more because they don't just focus on politics. So they do stuff like movies and relationship dating, pop culture. So that might be why they coast a little more because then Sunny doesn't get a chance to continuously make these kind of sick statements that she usually makes. But there is a lot going on. But I'll tell you this, at the end of the day, like I said, people aren't turning on the television as much. I have TVs in the house and I'm starting to think, like, should I just, like, send them somewhere? I definitely don't turn on the television. People are watching stuff online and they're watching YouTube and they're watching this channel. Thank you to every eye that landed on this video. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.